Hey guys, so I'm back with another book review. I'm a bit late on it because I finished this book weeks ago, and it is Kiss Me in a Small Town by Willow Winters. Now, yes, I do have her special edition book, the one that she gives to her Patreon. Well, not her Patreon, but the ones that she gives to the ones who get like the seasonal subscription boxes. As you guys know, October 12th and 13th, she came to North Carolina, Florence, and Columbia, I believe, North Carolina, Columbia or Columbus, North Carolina. I went to the Florence book signing, which was on a Saturday, and immediately went to work afterwards. Got attacked. My allergies started attacking me on the way there, and didn't even stop to the point of where I had to leave home. I mean, not home. I had to leave work early because felt like I was coughing up a lung and was going to die on the job. Okay, so my grandfather sent me home early. Don't like to do that. If anyone who has ever worked with me, y'all know I come to work sick. I would work the shift and everything, but at that day, like, I felt so horrible. I was coughing so badly that it felt like I couldn't get any work done. I kept going to the nurse's office. I work at Amazon, so we call it the AmCare office. To get cough drops, and even after having a cough drop, I would start coughing again. I would start back up coughing. Like, I was just couldn't get through the shift. I got through maybe like 5-6 hours of work, and then I had to call it and came back home and was still coughing and everything. Did not have any medicine. But yeah, the pollen in South Carolina thing on steroids. But let's talk about our two characters, okay? Griffin and Renee. Griffin, I love him. He knows what he wants. He knew what he wanted. He wanted Renee, okay? He wanted Renee since the moment he seen her, and Renee felt the same. The only thing is that, they kind of didn't think that the other really liked them in that way, or liked them to a point of where, like, maybe, fooling around or whatnot. But they decided to, kind of fake date. Yeah, it was a sweet small town romance, all right. Renee, she got on my nerves because she was so in her head. She was so much in her head and overthinking things and everything like that because of her family situation. Her dad was physically and verbally and possibly mentally abusive to her mom for years. And her mom obviously fell in love with him because he didn't show those traits when they first started dating, and when they got married. It just got worse over the years, okay? And at one point her mom did leave, but since she was a kid, we all know kids, they don't understand certain things to an extent. So it's like mom and dad are fighting. Hey, forgive each other. We're a family. He loves you. You love him. Come back so we can be a family. And afterwards, she did end up learning from her mistakes, because afterward, like a while, like years later, she finally understands the pain that her dad was putting her mom through, the abuse that her dad was putting her mom through, because at some point he was a bit verbally abusive to her growing up and everything. And so, she felt bad that she caused her mom to go back into the situation when her mom left the first time. And then it's kind of like afterwards, her mom kind of just got it in her head, like, I'm going to go away for a few days and then come back when everything calms down, because he's coming to beg for me and say everything going to change. I want to keep my marriage. I want to make it work for my daughter, even though my daughter's an adult now and is telling me, hey, you need to leave him. Don't worry about anything else. Leave him. But she is in her head a lot. She is second guessing a lot of things. One of the things is that she second guesses Griffin. She a little bit of a spoiler in the book. She thinks that Griffin will end up starting out like her dad, be all lovey-dovey, and then a while down the line start being verbal, physical, mental abusive to her. and everything. And at the same time, she's like, he won't be that way, but I can't bring him into my life for this situation right here. In Griffin, when he found, like, in Griffin, he did. So in most romance books, the main male character, when him and the female character break up, like, it could be hours, it could be days, weeks, months, maybe even like a few years before he goes running back to her to get her back. Griffin didn't even waste a second. The moment she turned out of that parking lot, he was behind her instantly, came knocking on her door minutes after she gets there, and like, nah, we ain't into this. You need to tell me what's going on. And that's when he figures everything out. Okay, and he helps her real well and everything. What I was not expecting. Okay, so this is the thing, guys. I got this book for my mother-in-law. Okay, I got this book for my fiance's mom because she was the one that drove me down there, and it is made out to her. Okay, it's made out to her. I'm hoping next year my mom, the following year when she does the book signing, that my mom could take me and I could get a book for her too, so she kind of get into the universe. But one thing I wasn't expecting is that for this small town romance to have a few spicy scenes. Okay, I was not expecting that, and I'm like, my mother-in-law, she's gonna read this book. She's gonna read this book. But in all seriousness, guys, like, this book was the perfect palate cleaner for me, because I was reading like a lot of supernatural, a bit of dark romances lately, and I just needed that sweet palate cleaner, which this provided me. Okay, this provided me that. But yeah, next on my TBR list, after I read this book that I'm reading called Luna Mark, it is I think like 3 books. It's the omnibus, which is like one book that has like all the books in the series in it. All the books in the series in one book. So when I finish reading that and give you guys the review on that, so far it is chef's kiss. I am going to be reading the Beast in His Beauty, which is her Beauty and Beast retelling. So yeah, I can't wait to open that one up. I can't wait. But guys, I will be giving you guys future reviews in a different setting. I am currently going to be moving next week, so I'm very much excited about that, even though I kind of hate moving. So my goal is not to move, to find like a permanent place after me and my fiance get married, for us to stay in, hopefully for a few years before we end up moving to possibly something bigger, because kids and kids and expanding families and stuff like that. So, and hopefully that place will be our permanent place, because I'm wanting to buy that place, either build or buy it. Possibly build, because I have like a lot of things that I want inside the house that a lot of houses don't have and everything. But if the possibility for me to buy it and it comes in, I seen one house that had everything that I was wanting. So if the possibility of buying comes into play, I am going to hope and pray that that house is still on the market, and that the owners will be willing to lower the price a bit, lower the price and everything like that. So, but who knows? All right, have a nice one.